my name's Aaron Weikleenget. Thanks for checking out my video today. We're going to be covering how changing your thoughts can change your body. Whether it's just wanting to lose some weight, pack on some muscle, or maybe it's just to feel better. In 42 years I've been on this planet, I've done some crazy things to my body. Too many drugs, too many steroids, too much alcohol, put myself in the hospital with who even knows? The doctors couldn't even tell me what was wrong with me because I had done so much growth hormone, so many steroids, had so much alcohol in that weekend. I ended up in the hospital with resting heart rate at 220 beats a minute, and that would happen to me every couple weeks. So through my story and my journey, I had to learn how to fix what I had damaged. And that led me through a lot of education, and thank God we live in a planet right now where we've got all the education we want at our fingertips. You know, there's one of my favorite quotes right now is, ignorance is a choice. It really is. I mean, you can decide to learn whatever you want to learn today or not. You can sit there and play video games all day. One thing that I have learned is how much our thoughts influence our body and just our overall life. Ever heard the quote, thoughts turn to things? Well, it's true. And a lot of people don't understand that, or maybe don't even believe that. But when you break down what a thought is and how it affects the body, so let's say if you're thinking a stressful thought or a fearful thought, how does your body feel emotionally? Can you tell a difference between a stressful or fearful thought and a joyful, happy thought? For sure. Obviously, it's in the emotions that we feel. And from those thoughts, they actually turn to matter in the physical sense of hormones that are created in the body. If you're stressed out or you are in fear, your body's creating a total different hormone than if you're happy or joyful. And those hormones directly influence what's going on in your body. And not even just that, but your self-image, the way you view yourself. Remember, you're the main character in this movie. You can only see it through your eyes. And your eyes are just perceiving vibrations. Everything in this world is made of vibrational frequency. It's things vibrating at a very high level. And it's your eyes that are interpreting what those vibrations are, what they look like. That leads me to saying, if you want to look a different way, you have to start thinking a different way. If you want to be in better shape, change the way you're thinking, change the way you're viewing yourself. These are all things that I had to learn how to do in my own mind so I could see it manifest in my actual life. I had to sit there and create the story I wanted in my head, create the vision I wanted of my body, because there were so many hours I laid in a bed after I had so many health issues that I couldn't even get out of bed. I was used to working out my whole entire life. Now all of a sudden I am stuck in a bed, scared all the time because I thought I was gonna die. I didn't know what was wrong with me. So that thought of fear led to me, my heart racing, again, making me feel worse. And then that physical manifestation of me feeling scared and my heart racing then led me to thinking more fearful thoughts. And that's that perpetual cycle of thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling. In that sense, if we can change the way that we think, then we can change the way we feel. And if we change the way we feel, we change the way we think. How are you thinking about your body? How are you thinking about going to the gym? How are you thinking about eating healthy? How are you thinking of any of the beliefs that you've been taught? Because that's really what a belief is. It's a thought that you continue to think that was more than likely just passed down to you from a family member or somebody that raised you. And those beliefs can impact what you see out of your eyes in the manifested body that you have. Think about it. Do you know anybody that predominantly maybe grew up saying, oh, I could just eat anything, I don't gain weight? Or the person that says, oh, I only look at food and I gain weight. What's that difference? Is it their beliefs? Is it their words? What is creating that reality for them to be able to say they can eat whatever they want and not gain weight, or if I look at food, I gain weight. That's where the rub lies of making sure that you are telling the story that you want to experience. If you want to be able to eat anything and not gain weight, then don't say, I can't look at food, otherwise I gain weight. Start with what you're thinking. Just start monitoring. Start being aware of the thoughts you think. Because if what you're thinking and then you're on top of that speaking and then acting on doesn't align with what you want to experience, then just stop the thought process. And if you can't stop the thinking, at least stop the speaking. It might be hard to change what you think right away, but you can definitely do better at not speaking it. And then if you can stop from speaking it, then maybe you can stop from thinking it by not just stopping the thought, by changing that thought. Could we introduce a new thought? That's where a lot of people like to use mantras, speaking the words or thinking the words of what you want to experience. But that's not always the best way to manifest what you want, because it has to do a lot with what your feelings and your beliefs. So if we can change our beliefs about something, again, just stopping a perpetual thought, then we can change our beliefs and changing the way we think, because you can't just lie to yourself and have that manifest. You have to learn how to start to believe that. And being specific about a topic, I was just at a workshop this week and learning, being specific about something that maybe you have a lot of resistance to, maybe the thought of changing from I look at food and gain weight to I can eat anything and stay in shape. Maybe that's hard because you have a lot of resistance, a lot of thoughts behind your original thought. Maybe get off of that subject and try to raise your vibration, your frequency by getting general. Just get yourself feeling good and realize that, by getting general, you could maybe make statements like, I really enjoy food. I like to eat food. It feels good. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I know that when I eat food, I don't instantly gain weight. It doesn't happen right away. And there's been times where I've eaten and didn't gain weight right away per se. And there are people out there that eat a lot different, and I see eating whatever they want and not gaining weight and staying thin. And if it's possible for them, is that possible for me? It should be possible for me. Okay, well, if it's possible for me, then maybe it is just about changing my thoughts. And if I can change my thoughts, then maybe I can change my reality. That is a way that you can, maybe start general and start raising your vibration about that thought process. Take that time to really, and if it's hard even about that subject, just, don't think about that subject for a little time. Try to visualize maybe something in your mind, see it like your own movie, like sit there and learn how to feel good about creating your own movie in your mind. Because you can do that. You can create a vision like you're creating your own movie, like you're a movie producer, a director, and you're the main character and you're creating how you want. How would you want to look? What's the energy levels you would want? What's the food you would like to eat? So changing the thoughts of that, because I'm a person that I can pretty much, in my whole life, have been able to eat whatever I want and stay in good shape. Have I been active? Sure. But the movie I've played in my mind is always somebody that's active, somebody that enjoys fitness, that loves that loves to eat food, that knows that if I eat food, I can stay in shape. It's just fuel to my body. I challenge you to stop the thought process of thinking about things that you don't want. And before you know it, you're going to start experiencing a reality that's different than you used to have. A way that I had to change my thought process to get healthier again was changing a lot of the things physically that I thought I had to do, because I had to do some education and learn what the doctors weren't able to help me with. They weren't able to help me to get off blood pressure medication, to help me to stop feeling good. They didn't know how to do that. I had other doctors telling me I was gonna have to live on testosterone replacements because I had taken so many steroids that my body wasn't gonna produce it. But I refused to believe those thoughts. I went out there and I found out through just YouTube, books, learning from other people. Started with Tony Robbins, then Deepak Chopra. Later on, it was Dr. Joe Dispenza. And these are all people that are going to challenge today's thinking on what's truly possible for the human body. Like Dr. Joe Dispenza shattered his spine in an accident, was run over by a car, was told he was going to have Harrington rod surgery to repair his spine, and he did not want to accept that information. So through meditation, he was able to rebuild his spine after a few months and able to walk and never had to have surgery. Now he gives workshops all over the world to thousands and thousands of people, teaching them what's possible with the power of the mind. So if he can reconstruct his spine through thought alone, can we not build muscle through thought alone? Can we not lose weight through thought alone? Whether you believe it's possible or not, I do. And I know that I've changed my thinking about what is possible with my body. And that's been an easier area for me to make changes in life. You can make changes to finances, to your family, to your body, whatever it is. Again, you're that main character playing out this movie. So I am continuing to try to challenge myself in other areas of my life on what's possible by just changing the thinking. Because this workshop I was at this weekend from Abraham Hicks, she teaches that it's not action that gets you your results, but it's really your overall frequency, your vibration, and your thinking. And by getting your thinking in a different area, you can get your reality in a different area. But if you're thinking all these negative thoughts, that's probably more predominantly what you're going to continue to attract, and you're going to even attract more things to help you to believe that you're right about that. Versus if you start changing your thinking about what's possible, just let's use your body. If you can start thinking that you can eat anything and stay in shape, or you can visualize just in your mind and become stronger, then you'll start attracting more proof that that is possible. You can Google right now, visualization to get stronger. And you'll pull up all kinds of articles from colleges all over the world that have done studies on how just mentally rehearsing flexing your muscles or working out versus a group of people that did not visualize and just sat there, that group of people that did the visualization became stronger. They've also done studies with two groups on, playing the piano. One group did nothing at all. The other group mentally rehearsed themselves playing certain keys. And after a certain period of time, they could physically play the piano just because they spent time visualizing it. Now take time every morning before the momentum of your problems and all the old thinking get in the way to actually start thinking thoughts that you want to think. And a great way to start feeling good is by focusing on what you have to appreciate. It might be hard, but you can find things that you appreciate. Whether it's a healthy body, whether it's great family, whether it's great financial situation, whatever it may be, maybe just waking up that day and having another chance at living life. Start by appreciating, feeling gratitude, and then from there, start trying to play that movie over in your mind that you want to see. And that's where meditation is a great tool to help you to get out of bed. Meditation, it's really to help you to raise that vibration, raise that frequency, meaning raising the way that you feel. If we feel good and we keep our mind focused on that first thing in the morning, feeling good, creating the thoughts that we want to think, life's gonna show up, and it's up to us whether we're gonna let the environment dictate how we feel. Are we gonna let, when we spill coffee on ourselves first thing in the morning, dictate how we feel? Or are we going to be able to look at that and not let it emotionally affect us? Say, okay, I'm just gonna change my shirt today, put on a new shirt, it's all good. I'm not gonna let this ruin my day. And then every single step of the way, whatever happens, just act like it's happening for you and not to you. And that's something that I've tried to ingrain in my thinking is life is happening for me. It's not happening to me. I am the creator of my world. My thoughts do create my reality. I have times in my life where I can think of when I start feeling negative or thinking negative, how it seems like more things start to happen that are negative. So I challenge you to take time first thing in the morning, start changing the way you're thinking. Get on a good vibe. Don't let your environment dictate how you feel. And then start telling yourself the story of what you want to live. And this is just for me too. This isn't something I'm making just to preach and talk about like I know everything that's going on, but I'm implementing this in my life, in all areas of my life, even with making these videos. I've procrastinated making videos for a long time, and now I'm doing it because I've had a lot of friends that I've been able to help through the way that I think and the habits I've made in my life, and I've helped them to get great results. So now, if I could even help one person listens to this and says, okay, I'm gonna try that. And maybe it helps one person. That's all I'm looking to do, is try to help as many people as I can through similar journeys that I've been on. And like I said, I've almost destroyed my body. I've had a bunch of money, I've been broke, I've been back up and down multiple times, and I can see that it really all happens with what my thinking is and the labeling I'm putting on the situations that are happening in my life. So I hope this video does go out and help somebody. The key takeaway I hope you find here is that your thoughts do control things, and just as much as anything in your life, they control the way you look, they control your body, they control your strength, they control how you feel. So change the way you think, and the things you look at will change. We'll see you on the next video.